Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas. And I have with me today Dr. Drake Bailey. And here he is. Hi, Drake.
How do?
Oh, good. I can hear you. I was worried when you said you couldn't hear. I think it was just because they mute the mic.
That introduction music hasn't started yet. That's all.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then. So how have you been?
I've been fine. Went and got the haircuts, both of
Really?
us.
Oh, I can't
Oh,
tell, so that's good. I like ones that you can't tell. So anyway, I haven't really looked at the chat yet, but anyway, I will ask you the questions, and I'm gonna put in the chat. Hello, welcome everyone.
How do?
It's kind of fun talking to the audience.
We're doing who to what is?
Well, talking, interacting with the audience so they can ask questions as we go. First of all, let's get started by saying, do you have any intel that you're willing to share or you're able to share or anything
Well,
that
yeah, so I got a little bit. I can put a couple of little ringers out there. It seems that the problems with the present administration, their attempts to take over the world, aren't working too well. Everybody's shutting them down. Well, I just got done going through Facebook, and we probably got 5 or 6 music stars that have got a go Brandon things that are going live, and I mean they're going.
can you imagine that man in charge of the entire planet? Oh my God. That
I
would be a nightmare.
I was told by a politician once, not too long ago, that if they put the Democrats in charge of the Sahara Desert, that within a week there'd be a shortage of sand. You know, and what they're trying. Oh, what's Boris Johnson doing? I can't see this.
Okay, I'll read it. The questions. If I just want to know before we go into the questions, though, was there anything else that you needed to say or wanted to say?
There are a whole bunch of things like that right there, like Boris Johnson.
Yeah, isn't that bizarre though? You
Huh?
know, isn't that wild that all of a sudden he comes out? I mean, it's a complete about face.
Well, you have to understand that the oligarchs and people in charge, people of importance, are being told by ET, "Hey, boy, let's straighten up your ship, or we're going to let the boat sink." And most of them don't want that, so they go, "Oh, okay," and they're straightening up. So that's
Wow.
what. Okay, what are they? I
Okay, wait
can't
a second.
do that stuff. My
Well, let
goodness.
me read it for you. Okay. Depends which one we want to do. Okay. We can go with, oh, fuck, I hate that when that happens.
Why are they
How long
taking
will
so
it
long?
take? Well, let's finish the rest of the question on the Boris
Okay.
Johnson. It says, how long will it take for this to happen here in the U.S.? My
Yeah.
question too.
You're talking February.
Why do we got to be behind everybody else? I don't get
We're
that.
not.
We're supposed to be. Well, in terms of stopping this stuff, I
Yeah,
guess maybe we're not as bad.
well, let's put it in relative terms, okay? The United States has the capacity to almost immediately do something, and whatever it is. And if everybody and nobody had to wear a mask or get a jab, you think that wouldn't happen immediately? Instead of days or hours or whatever, within I'd say 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, they keep telling us that this is event driven. And so, and one of the events, so to speak, that they're talking about and that needs to happen is the stock market. Where are we on that? I don't
The
watch that
stock
kind of
market
stuff.
is going to go sideways, up, down, and back and forth and whatnot, until such time as the quantum banking system takes over the system completely.
Well, no, I've heard that or read that they have everything's in place, everything's ready to go.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it takes more than snapping your fingers or flipping a light switch to get the
Oh,
assets and
shucks.
all that stuff transferred into a new paradigm. You have to understand this is something totally new. Ah,
So even the guys in charge don't know exactly what's going to happen, huh?
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, here's a question for you. Can you explain why the Galactics allowed the jab that has been depopulating so many? I just don't understand. Ask without getting censored, please. Oh yeah, so don't say anything that gets you censored. But I'll say one thing too, though. But is it their responsibility? Isn't it our own responsibility to?
There is a combination of responsibilities, both theirs and ours. And when the two come together, that's when it all dissipates. Like I told you, they're spraying just like chemtrail planes, only it kills the coronavirus. So, they're doing what they can. And at the appropriate time, everybody's going to have a whole TV full of little green men running around, padding up and down.
Little green man. Okay, yeah, I remember that one. But anyway, okay. God bless the Canadian truckers, and I have to second
Yeah.
that.
Oh, did you look at that one up above?
Why did it taken so long to end the
No, it
movie?
says no. Yeah, above that one it says no war.
Well, you want to comment on it? Go for it.
Well, yeah. Oh my goodness, yes. Anybody who really knows what's going on knows that Putin's
There
playing.
it is.
I don't know what you call it, a chess game, just like they put him on the front of some magazines. Let me see if this is the one. Nope, that ain't it. Must be the other one of the other ones. Nope, it ain't that one. There's only one left. And I know I seen him playing chess. Yeah, there he be. Be weak and look at what Putin's doing. He's laughing.
Well,
What you got to remember two things about Putin. One, he's got one heck of a sense of humor, and number two, um, he plays an awesome game of chess. He really
oh, he
does.
does too, huh? Just
Yeah.
like Trump. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. You have to understand that the alliance has been made. The Great Northern Alliance of the three superpowers of the planet Earth. Okay.
Triad or something like that.
Yeah, well, it's a
I've heard some kind of
it's a
terminology.
joint
I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know who you mean. You mean
it's a
the
joining of the three major forces on the planet.
yeah.
And they can do just about anything to anybody that they feel like is necessary. They haven't so far. Now, to keep people from going bonkers over the February, uh, beginning of February, you got to have a distraction. You got to have something people are interested in. War definitely gets people looking real close and want to see what's happening. And so, consequently, Putin is playing his chess game in that manner. The ones to watch as to what's really going on would be the Chinese. Are they up to something? Oh, and by the way, our underground is going as fast as it can get. People are moving, things is moving. It's heavy. There's a lot of movement upstairs. The ETs are still going ape over trying to get all of the material in the right place to be delivered to the right people at the right time.
I saw
So
someone with on TikTok with showing where was that? Oh, I think it was in a southern state. I don't remember which one it was right now. But there's a whole train full of military vehicles,
yeah,
Jeep type vehicles.
yeah. Explain like okay.
So the dumps are pretty much cleaned out. That was a question somebody asked.
Yeah, The
in the United States anyway.
we got one above the Sono War. Was a war diverted yesterday? Is a question.
Oh yeah, okay, that one. Yeah, I
Okay,
kind of
well, there
bypassed that one.
never was
Was
going
it
to be.
diverted yesterday?
Well, you got to remember there never was going to be, so there consequently it goes. Oops.
Well, it's my understanding that they're going to do a scare event that might make it look like there's going to be a Third World War and so on, but it's really just to initiate
That sounds
worldwide
like a bogus blue beam stuff.
martial law or something like that.
No,
Yeah, well, you hear so many things, you don't know what's true and what's not
Indians
true,
want
and
to
I just
invade. They don't want to invade, but they're coming down anyway because it's necessary. The reason it's necessary is that we are a keystone planet. Therefore, they have to take care of business around here.
okay.
Okay.
Could this
Oh man.
Depop event be an attempt to raise the consciousness of our planet and many of the ignorant and stupid? I don't. I don't
Where
know.
are you at? Well, let me see this one.
Did you say that? Yeah, Jock.
All right, in the Constitution. Oh my God, she was amazing. Yeah.
No, the one. Could this depopulation event be an attempt to raise the consciousness of our planet by eliminating many of the ignorant and stupid?
It's going to be. That's what the transition is a
I have to speak up for people, though. So many people were duped. So many people just believed what they were told because they were told it on mainstream media, who I guess they haven't figured out yet. They just totally lie through their teeth, so that's a bit of a problem. But
mm-hmm.
I hate to think of people as ignorant and stupid, but I have to admit I've been rather surprised about a lot of things that I didn't expect. I'm
Well,
trying to be as kind as I can and try to understand at the same time.
well,
If you can't see the forest through the trees, I guess is the part of the problem.
fun until Daddy takes the T-bird away. No, no.
So somebody said, so USA, Russia, and who else are working together? China are
All three of
pinging.
them.
Yeah,
Now,
pinging.
we got a question here that I haven't answered in forever.
Drake, what do you think will happen at the White House? That one?
Wait a minute. No, hold on.
Oh, shoot. Did I miss one? Which one are you referring to?
Okay.
Are you down further?
Gabriel Urantia will give you his contact info and his description of the site of Gabriel Urantia. Uh-huh. The one that's just
What?
above that. Didn't the banking system was in by December 31st? They got a bunch of things in here, but yeah,
Yeah, you can't
also
do the date things. Yeah.
this one is at 1656:15. Question: Drake, have you ever worked with Tanakh in a higher density? Huh? Did you find that one?
No, I don't even know where you are. That's what I hate about this
Hold on
thing.
a minute. I'm way back in the beginning.
Okay.
You're probably all the way up at the
Yeah, I was
beginning.
already to the end, and now I'm going backwards
You
now.
need,
What
you need to
name are
scroll.
which one am I looking for here?
Well,
Got
down
that.
below the hallelujah.
Let me see where I'm at. They're
Uh,
quick.
let's see. Look at you see the little time stamps on the messages.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, this one is 1656.
Oh wow. Okay, I gotta go.
Way back. Bad cat. Whoever that is.
16.
Bad cat. You're supposed to use the litter box. Do that again, you're going to live out under the bushes in the front
When
yard.
I try to scroll, okay, well, I don't have any more. I don't. Mine
What is
doesn't. Mine goes to 1504, so that's kind of interesting. How did
no
that work?
1656?
I don't have that one.
Okay, well, anyway, it says, have I ever worked with Tanath in a higher density. And yes, Tanath and I have been on many
Missions.
operations together.
Okay, well, that is a question that was sent in the email too. Was about asking you about Tanath, and then the other question was, did you both actually talked about this wave that's forthcoming.
Now you know what it is.
Mm,
Now you know what the event is.
that's that, which is also sums up the transition.
Yeah,
You might say.
people don't understand what it is that happens when you have a transition. It happens suddenly. It's like a flash bulb goes off. You get this big poof of light. Okay, and it has some interesting aspects to it. You get this. You've seen waves that come through and hit things, um, and then they go boom, 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 boom. Okay. Well, the boom, 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 boom end of it is the part that is a residual harmonic that reverberates throughout our area, so that nothing nasty can mess with us. And that's part of what, yeah, Tanatha and I have taken out fleets of bad guys and a couple of planets, a few other things. I'm not, everybody sees me now, right now, as an old man in a chair in the office, okay, white hair and white beard. I don't appear this
Santa
way.
Claus, no. Just kidding.
Well, I appear in several different formats. I am a part of the dragon family, so I can appear as a dragon. I appear as a white dragon because that's who I am. In incarnate forms, you'd know me as red. Now, red, if you want to get a relative picture, think in terms of Shrek, okay? But just about double him in size and turning bright red. That's me. I'm red. That's my color and designation. Sometimes I might appear as an angel. Yeah, I don't really know what I look like because I haven't seen a mirror when I was in that form. But if I need to go rescue somebody, help somebody out, or do something that will facilitate all of these efforts going forward, it don't matter too much what it is. I do it.
I know. Interesting. I know I've had a number of psychics tell me that I'm an angel.
Mm-hmm.
So,
most people in their higher form appear as an angel.
mm-hmm. Okay, let's see.
Okay. You want me to? I need to go back up to the top, I think.
Let me go back to the questions over here and see. Well, I got another question over here. Let me ask you this one while I'm looking for one over there. What will the contact protocol on a personal level with ET be when the arrival happens? Will it be a knock on the door at the house, or a chance meeting when outdoors, or a first visit via a memorable dream? I don't know the personal contacts of that nature.
Geez. What will happen? Well, you're gonna experience, each individual will experience a rude awakening in the head. Okay, that's first. You're gonna become more aware than you ever have been before. Some of us who have a lot of control of this won't experience so many sidebars and whatever you want to call it, but we will be aware of other people. And there are a lot of people who haven't experienced anything like this and may have severe trouble with it. And those are the people that I'm supposed to go help.
Okay.
Make sure everything's cool. Hey man, calm down. Get down off the ceiling. What's made just cause using that for an excuse, I tell you. Well, you name it, and they will come up with a whole bunch of fun and games.
Okay. Well, another question is, will it be someone we have a heart connection with that invokes trust? What
That
can we expect? And
invoke,
that's from Dave
invoke
out of
what? Wait a
Scotland.
minute. What are we invoking?
Dave from Scotland has asked this. When he's talking about, okay, meeting an ET, right? And he said,
Uh-huh.
will it be someone that we have a heart connection with that invokes trust? What can we expect? I mean, because basically
Um,
we're related to a lot of the ETs out there.
okay, well, it's pretty simple. The things that I do are huge. Okay, the things that come about when we do this, we're not going to have our guardian angel right there necessarily. I mean, even a guardian angel has to go to the bathroom, so he may not be right there, or she, or however it fits. What will take place is that you will feel an immediate kinship with this person that's there to help, and that kinship is monumental in terms of trust and things like that. It's sort of like when a guardian angel says, or a messenger of God comes down. Fear not. Now you got to remember, you got a shepherd. Ain't never been educated about nothing except counting a little bit, and go from there.
Okay. Someone just mentioned that they read with Nostradamus and decoding his quatrains. He said it talks about three powers coming together for good, which
Mm-hmm.
I guess is kind of what's happening right now. Oh, so would you like to comment on, they say General Flynn, he called him General Q, that letter of the alphabet, when I can't even say that much. Anyway, General Flynn was arrested. So it's been, do you know
Yeah.
anything about that?
Yeah. Uh, General Flynn it was arrested by the cabal. We still are fooling with the cabal enforcers. And
Well, that makes more sense because I had somebody say, well, he was arrested by the White Hats. What the heck would the White Hats arrest him for?
White Hats won't do that. Not to him, anyway.
I wouldn't think
It's
so.
kind of senseless when you got somebody that's helping you and you arrest them, put them in jail. No, 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 no. Bad guys did it, okay? And the thing about it is that he'll be turned loose very soon. No harm done. He don't like it. He's let's put it. I'm gonna be mild and reasonable. He's pissed.
I don't blame him. I would be too.
Well, this is the second
It's
time
like, you
around.
SOB, leave me alone.
Yeah, this is the second time around. How many times you gonna do? You think you're gonna do this and get away with it? Anyway, so when he gets out this time, he'll be given a security force, and they'll do what they.
Maybe he needs to get out of jail free card from the president.
No, no, these are aliens that are about between 8 and
Oh
15
my
feet
God.
tall, have a nasty disposition. Look, in some respects, they can look different than human, but the thing is, they're warriors. They're not somebody to be trifled with. They have no sense of humor, etc. They don't like bad guys at all. They like to
Mm.
grab bad guys by the throat, squeeze real hard, and see if their head pops off. Well, anyway,
Okay, here's another question. And this is an interesting question. You know how sometimes you have these certain kinds of feelings before something happens. And what
yeah.
this person is asking is, what kind of feelings can we expect to experience maybe 3 days before the transition?
Well, you get that. You're getting that close. Make it 3 days before the transit. You can have lightheadedness. You can have trouble with balance. You can have no problems at all. You can have extraordinary dreams. You can know what is going to happen before it does. There's all kind of things that come about from this. Because this thing is put this? Because this thing is a wave, so to speak, and is covering focus now, and is only covering our solar system. Um, Only those entities in our solar system will feel, and I quote this loosely, effects, if you feel anything at all. You might just wake up and notice that something's different. I don't know what it is. Don't smell anything, and you just kind of wonder what's going on. And this wonderment will continue for probably about a week. Um, Within the first day, mark my words, within the first day, if you need support, people, they'll be there. Now, don't get don't get your shorts in a bunch if it walks through the wall and says, "Hi, I'm here to help." This is not like somebody from the government says, "Oh, hi, I'm here to help," and everybody runs. No, it's not like that at all. You feel a peaceful, easy feeling in the presence of these beings for the simple fact that that's what they're about.
It's a peaceful, easy feeling. This reminds me of a song somewhere.
It is. Yeah, I've been anyway.
Anyway, okay, here's another question for you. Who is controlling the weather of the planet, and when will it change?
Well, it's already been changed in a variety of aspects. I asked certain geophysical scientists to take a look at not only our weather, but the weather in China, the weather in Europe, etc. It is acting normal so far. So it has changed as far as it's going to change until after the transition. When after the transition, you'll be able to, and this is neat. The weather won't change so much as your ability to notice the changes. You'll see things you haven't seen before, that sort of stuff. And this can tend to freak people out. So consequently, there's uh, guardian angels standing by. Make sure you're not plugged into the wrong wall socket.
Well, that's so won't that be partly because their people's so-called junk DNA will be coming online
Um,
when you transition, and so they, like you
hmm,
said, they'll be seeing more, or is it because of the dimension itself? Which, you know what I mean?
it's because the human genome has basically been prepared to wake up for a long time. This is the wake up. Okay, when you wake up, here's the thing about it is that not all of, but most of this so-called junk DNA that everybody's talking about, it reconnects,
It ain't
and
no
it,
junk.
yeah, and then it ain't junk no more. It's the cylinders begin to pump and all that. Um, the neat thing about it is not necessarily people will do this in varying stages according to their capabilities to handle the results. Remember that. In other words, you won't get all your DNA hooked back together unless you're able to handle the results of it. Seeing through walls or walking through them or whatever's going on. The individual has to be have the capability of handling the situation. Those books that I sent to you that are
Or on my
posted,
website.
yeah, they'll give you most of the information required to function. Okay, and those books were designed before the transition. There won't be many changes. You'll just be more aware that you've got. Oh, hey, I can hear what my wife's thinking. Oh my goodness, it can be fun, depending on what it is.
Yeah, really.
Well, I ain't gonna test the rest of that. They told me it wouldn't nice, wouldn't be nice.
Well, I have Janita Sharad has said, I hope I don't know, I don't want to mispronounce her name, but anyway, it's a question. It's not really a question, but it's something. It's kind of a question. You can comment on it. It said she says this. I used to support Trump and voted for him, but when I realized that he pushed the jab, Project Warp Speed, and then came here to Alabama and pushed it and said it was safe, I was done. Can't trust, right? Can you comment on that?
Yeah, there's a reason for the for Trump's support of the vaccine,
Well, don't say
and
that word,
oh,
jab.
wait a
Okay.
minute. He he goes into another treatment. There are other treatments out there. They're not being uh,
Allowed?
put out. Well, in social media, they just cut you off or
Yep.
whatever if you talk about it. Well, I'm trying to express it in a correct manner. Okay, those other treatments are primarily what Trump is advocating, not
Exactly.
necessarily the vaccine. But if you feel like you need a shot, go get one.
Yeah, it's one of those things that the shot is I mean, if you really feel that you need it when there's a 99.98% cure rate, I guess you can go for it and take the risks involved, but
Yep.
there are definitely some very serious risks involved. And I do know that Trump has never been in favor of those shots, so to speak. And I mean, for himself anyway, or his family. So that he meant the ones that you're not supposed to take. The ones that he said right out the gate, and everybody laughed at him and made fun of him when he talked about the light therapy and he talked about the HCQ and he talked about anyway. I don't want to go belabor that too much, but there's also a lot of code talk that goes on, and it's really hard for people to follow that kind of thing unless you do a lot of research, right?
It automatically translates in my head, so I hear what's really said now.
There
I
you
think
go.
or Jennifer somebody Yearwood
That's the one I was talking about.
from Trump just about two or three little things. You see it in the chat?
Oh, is it another one?
Well, this Jennifer Roybin Yearwood.
Oh, the Robin Yearwood. Okay.
Yeah.
Are the fake lab monkeys loose the catalyst to say Ebola has arrived in the U.S. and promote the Ebola jab that is already available on the CDC website? Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. She could have a point there. Interesting. I mean, let's face it. The other one was the bat wet market. Okay, if you believe that, I got some land to sell for you too, and beachfront
Well,
property in Arizona. So, no, I'm just kidding.
you want to know? You want to know what the real problem is? People don't have a clue as to what those monkeys were or done. They killed them immediately and bagged them, tagged them, and drove away with them. So nobody has any clue as to what it was. Now, eventually, and this is between you, me, the floor, and ET. ET will tell you what's going on with that. Now, I told you there was going to be classes. I meant that. Now, what I mean is things like these monkey. Let's see here. I forget. I got a point backwards.
I know
Uh,
that drives me crazy.
I'll go cross that trying to follow that. The lab monkeys. Okay, God knows what they were going to. I hope that Fauci hadn't got a hold of monkeys and is doing dog experiments on them.
Or hopefully they weren't injected with some very nasty substance or what have you, and that's why they killed them all right away because they
Totally
could spread
unknown.
something. Who knows? I mean, that's just
Yeah.
really freaky. Anyway, here's somebody saying, I heard General Flynn shares dual citizenship with Israel. Do you know if that's true?
I heard that it was not true. So I don't know. That keeps coming up.
For some reason, that doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't seem like something
Well,
that he would
remember
do.
something too. That the shift that we're going to go through is enormous.
Hmm.
So you're going to have rumors and things trying to discredit coming out about everything and everywhere. It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of like the box you put in the basement or in the attic, and you find out that the box is like a pregnant cockroach. All of a sudden, there's a dozen of them up there. Yeah, I only put one up, but there's a dozen of them up there now. Ah,
Well, I don't believe in that. I don't think anybody that serves in our government should be able to be a dual citizen anyway, but that's just my opinion. Okay, Drake, will replicators be distributed this year?
well, rent stopped this year.
And that's the second one. Will rent stop this year?
Yeah, you're gonna
One question at a time.
everything that you're familiar with is going to change. Replicators do a bunch of that. Okay, not having a financial system similar to the one we've had, it will change the dynamics and basis for everything, including rent, mortgages, and all kinds of stuff. So you have to understand that these changes that are coming are fundamental, very basic. So go from there.
Okay. Let's see. Do we have any other? Is ringing in your ears part of?
Yeah, that can be one.
That could be.
You can hear music. I hear the music of the spheres. Now you go look that up as to what that is, and boy, oh boy, see, when you study gematria, if you are of a certain type of people, you come to discover that the numbers are alive. Bear that in mind. Or how I can hear the music of the spheres? It's numerics. That's how.
Numerics, as in numbers. Is that what you're saying?
As in well, no. Numbers is different from numerics. A numeric,
Okay, well, explain.
a numeric can be a combination of all three of the types of numbers people are familiar with. You're familiar with the regular numbers, 1 through 10. First, second, third, fourth. Ah, my goodness. Now you're into a numeric application. Ooh, what do you mean? There's a circle has 360 degrees. How many degrees does a sphere have? Now you take all three of those and combine them, and what you get is three-dimensional math, which allows you to hear things like the music of the spheres.
Wow.
When you get to that understanding and understand the essence, some of the essences of existence, such as people saying, "Oh, there's some kind of special current that flows through Mother Earth." Well, there is, but if you know what it is, you know what kind it is, you can figure out how to work with it so that you don't cause any problems, either for you or anything else.
Okay, what about will the I can't blame a person for asking this question. will the EBS really happen? And so anytime soon?
Well, which should really happen?
The EBS, emergency broadcast system.
Oh,
buzzer thing going off. Easy there.
Yeah. Yeah. The I get old, but I smoke, so I can't complain. Emergency broadcast system will be used to alert everybody to be patient, be calm, be cool, be collected. We got somebody coming to see you. When they knock on the door, ask them who they are. If they're there to assist you, let them in.
Okay. Okay, here's another question. Can med beds and that technology be trusted? One report I heard said it was a soul-stealing device. Do you think it's safe? There's so many different kinds.
Um, med beds have the problem of being physically limited, um, simply because that's the way it works. When you use a mechanical device instead of something that's living, the alert, the alert, geez, you get the word right, the wave that people would be familiar with in terms of what comes over you and what you separate in terms of your higher self out of your physicality. Okay, then you're in a realm all your own to an extent, but occupied by a lot of others. The idea of trying to figure out the force in terms of the telekinesis involved and a few other things. When you try to figure out what that force is, we don't have something to define it with. And that's where everybody falls into the gobbledygook. You run across people say, it's this and it's that, and it ain't none of that. Okay. Life force, you got a life force that's very simply imprinted with a soul pattern that's exclusively yours, and this is how you are identified by certain entities, and this is where they get medical information when they take you to a biosphere. So a biosphere uses the idea of mechanics, like the bloodstream pumps, and you can put your hand around it and feel thump, 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 thump. Okay, that is a mechanical bionic. In other words, a combination of mechanics and life force. When those two are brought together, you have a system like humans. And if a human was fully aware of their system, then they can do things that other people can't. It's just that simple. It's not complicated. The neat part is everybody and their mother-in-law has the capability of using their special powers and doing uh, cool things with it.
Interesting.
So, you know, don't feel like you're going to be left out or left behind or any of that. It ain't happening. Okay?
Or it's not going to steal your soul.
Yeah. A soul can't be sold. It can be destroyed.
Stolen.
You don't have to do that.
It said stolen. Okay.
You can't,
Anyway.
you can't sell your soul to the devil.
All right, here's a question for you. Are the dual paradigms merging?
Duality is becoming unicular, yes.
Do you think Mr. T knows when the transition is going to happen? Exactly. I don't think
When
anybody
is it
knows.
going to happen exactly?
Yeah.
Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows exactly. So someone else asked, we may have passed it already, but is it still on for February? Has there been any
Yes.
change in that aspect?
Yes. What I have seen is that the numerics dictate February of this year, 2022. The reason being is you have a 22 and a 22 with a zero in between. You can't divide zero by anything or anything by zero. So when you divide these 22s, they become ones. The theory of everything states that you have to have a mathematical equivalency to everything. Okay, that's what the 1.0.1 is.
Okay. So do you think the passport things and the mandates and all that gobbledygook is going to be done away with around the world?
Has to be.
And
Fascism or whatever you want to call it that's going on in different countries with the games being played on the vaccine. Those are power plays, and it won't fly with ET. And if ET needs to, they will come down and stomp out the problem.
Are they aware that that threat is there?
Well, they
Bad
don't want
guys.
to harm, but some cases you have to restrain somebody.
Hmm.
And to give you an example, you've seen the TV show Cops, where they grab somebody, tackle somebody, and all that. Sometimes you got to do it that way. You don't have a choice. The individual that you're after doesn't give you the option not to do any harm. So you do a little bit, you give them sore muscles and bruises, a dink on a head or two with a nightstick, clunk, clunk, act right, boy. And it has a tendency to straighten things out. Now, the transition will take care of about 80-90% of all of this. The people that stole won't want to do it anymore. Simple. Okay. The other rest of it would be, and this is neat, incorrigibles, as our legal system would define them. Okay, an incorrigible goes to a place with a controlled environment. The thing with bars, they get to wear striped PJs and all that stuff. Well, that only happens as a holding. They hold you until such time as they have room to put you through the psycho ward. And I'm using that term loosely now. The psycho ward is where they fix this, how it works, what you think. Okay, if need be, they'll go in and actually rewire portions of it if it's really screwed up. That would be like a Hitler or somebody, as an example. So it depends on what your situation is as to whether or not you're going to see problems. 99% of the people won't see any problems at all. It'd just be, wow, man, things is different. I mean, look around and do what you want, I guess. As
Wow. So we're still on track for
far as
the
I know,
transition, as far as we
they
know.
haven't
Okay.
told me anything different.
Okay. Well,
They were
that's good to know. That's very encouraging. It just because
well, they were kind of surprised that I figured it out, but it happens. They didn't tell me not to say it, so I said it.
oh, somebody said, "Does the transition void property taxes?" The IRS is going away.
Yeah.
I mean, as the different things that are going to come into play are going to change
All
everything.
all of the funky things that you've been dealing with, property taxes or otherwise, changes. The whole financial system, the basis of it changes. Bear that in mind. Bless you,
Well,
everybody.
I don't think anybody will be sad to see the IRS go.
No. Well, the IRS is the enforcement arm of the tax people, and taxes disappear along with the financial system. What do you do? Everybody, unpacks their lunch and goes home after they get done eating it. A food shortage. Ooh, no.
But will the disclosure of ETs be at the same time as the transition? Oh, that moved right when I was reading that.
Yeah, you won't be able to tell. You won't be able to tell the time difference because the time difference is quicker than our perception's capable of noticing.
So when we make this transition, right now in 3D, we live in linear time. What happens to time when we make the transition?
It changes from our notion of time, if we want it to what would be termed galactic time.
What's galactic time?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I deal with all these times when setting up schedules and shows and stuff. We got Eastern time, Central time, Mountain time, Hawaii time.
Forget all that
Oh,
complicated.
there's just too many times.
Okay,
Anyway,
the 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 differential was stated once, by a certain entity. Said one of my days is as of 1,000 of your years. That is an entity. So the time, galactic time right now. Well, we're showing 3, 4, 5 o'clock or whatever. It isn't really very valid, except right here with us, and that we accept it. Okay, galactic time takes into consideration the light years between one side of the galaxy and the other, so that when you move around in the galaxy, you don't lose time or accelerate past time. The time is a relative residual. The thing about time, as we understand it, is that it's not, is that we look at it as lineal. You know, such and such, such and such, such and such, right down the line. Well, time isn't like that. It's actually a quanta. You look up the basis for quantum physics, and that'll give you a relatively easy to understand way to look at it.
It's like
Okay?
everything's going quantum.
Well, you don't have clockwise and counterclockwise.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in space, you don't have up and down.
You just have to float around.
Oh, it'd be fun. Can you imagine being? Can you imagine being weightless? Can you imagine being able to, grab something and pull real hard and off you go? Oh,
That would be pretty cool. That'd be fun.
Oh, man.
I could have fun. I could have fun with that. Anyway.
Yeah. You put the dog outside, put it on the lawn, and the dog will sit there and probably puddle up pretty badly about you doing that to him, and then you look and you made a puddle. Good, your time to come in. And the poor puppy will go hide under the couch until you go away. The cat won't like it much either.
I don't know, but you just reminded me of the Judson's dog, the way he walks his dog outside. Anyway, okay. Are we still being sprayed with bad chemicals? And we are still being sprayed because I've seen them.
Yeah, but some of it ain't bad chemicals. You got to remember, I told you, ET is spraying things that will kill the nasty diseases. Little problems that we have, coronavirus, cancer, think of something nice that don't need to be here, and it will go. How's that?
All right, that's really good, very good. Okay, is it true the money for the people is being released already? There's talk of that sort of thing on the internet.
Now, we'll run that one by again.
Money's moving. It says, is it true the money for the people is being released already?
No.
It's not being released to the people at this point, right?
That's right, and it's being stocked up, but you have to understand how it works. And the problem everybody has is they don't understand a true financial system's change. When you change the fundamentals, everything else changes with it. Or the dual purpose.
Okay. Okay? I would agree with the person that says property taxes are plain theft. That's why you never own your property. You don't pay your taxes. They can take it away from you. So you don't really own it. So that's really, all that kind of stuff's going away, though. All that's going away. In fact, they're going to have to unravel from 1871 onward, and that's going to be a very complicated, because basically that makes all statutes, codes, laws, all that stuff null and void. But anyway, start all over again.
Well, the problem we've had with our legal system is the lawyers.
Oh yeah, the bar mafia. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep,
So,
yep.
yeah, so what you have to understand is that these people will have to retake an examination given to them by ET. Ooh, and it
Ooh.
is extreme, extraordinary. And I read it, and oh, you're in for a lovely surprise. All you cute people out there that think you own everything and you run everything.
Oh, that will be nice. That will definitely be
Oh,
nice. Okay,
well, I thought
does
prosecuted. Yeah.
does the U.S. military have the legal right on January 20th to take action against the insurgents operatives?
January 20th.
I think that date is based on the fact that there's been an occupation for 1 year, at which time, according to the war manual, when that year is up, that gives the military the right to move on the
It
insurgents.
does, but they don't normally exercise it, and they're deferring this to ET.
Really? They're
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna.
ET. You tell us where you want us, and we'll be there. We'll have the barbed wire fences and all the cages for all the real bad miscreants.
So what what's
Yeah,
ET going to
yeah,
do?
yeah. What?
What are they gonna do? I mean, how are they gonna do you have
Okay,
any?
I talked about this when I had my interview with David Wilcock, and
Well,
I
that was
mentioned,
10 or years ago or so. I don't
yeah,
remember
well,
it.
it's still true today. Um,
I don't recall. Anyway, go
the
ahead.
thing about it is that ET will direct the mass arrests. There's a difference between directing and actually getting your hands dirty. Some ETs will get idiots that think that they can shoot them with a hunting rifle and do some damage, and all you're going to do, I hate to tell you, but you're going to just piss off a warrior. He's liable to come over and at your head. Um, the They're going to be in charge of setting things up, like the mass arrest, like uh, quantum banking systems and other things. Now, within that frame, all of the people that seem to have easily taken to what the changes are in themselves and everything else, uh, you're just going to have a regular old every day. It's not going. You're not going to seem to see anything all that much different, even though they are. Now, the thing is, getting through the part of the system where you're required to do things, think in a certain way, direct your thoughts, concentrate heavy, see yourself other place. There's millions of things that can be done. So, ET is going to direct. They're going to assist. They're going to try not to be too directly involved, but they're there if we really need them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Miss Key, where did that thing covers it up all the time? Miss Kiwi, number one fan. I'm right here with you, girl. Will the Bar Association be prosecuted for crimes against humanity? Deploy maritime admiralty law on land, deploying fraud, extortion, entrapment. Will these people ever be held accountable?
Oh, absolutely.
I can't
ET's
wait.
looking forward to that for the simple fact that these people all knew better and did it anyway. It's like when you tell a kid, uh, "Don't do that," and they don't pay no attention. What do? Well, you get a little rough with the kid. You on their head or whatever, and say, "Hey, look, dude, you was told not to do that, and you're doing it anyway. Now quit. You got it?" Yeah. hmm And then all of a sudden, a couple minutes later, there's the kid doing it again. You go, "Oh boy!" And the kid, "Yeah, you did it again, didn't you?" Yeah, but I was just, "Oh no, you ain't." Well, that little smackdown is not the kind of psychological damaging horse manure that all of these uh, welfare people think it is. There was a bunch of people involved in rearing children, and they try to reason. Now, you can't reason with until they get to be 6, 8 years old. You can't really reason with them a whole lot. Take things away sometimes, and that sort of, yeah. Reward them a little bit, yes. But you get them up around 5, 6, 8 years, 10 years old, you're supposed to be able to reason with them. Well, maybe. I know full-fledged adults my age that still can't be reasoned with.
Yeah, really. I was thinking the same thing. What does age have to do with it?
Yeah.
Like Tina Turner, what does love have to do with it? What does age have to do with it? Anyway, okay. Will med beds help remove entity possession?
No, the transition does that.
So any attachments or entities?
Just the light comes on and you're done with it. Poof.
Good. That's good. Okay.
It almost seems magical, some of the things that I talk about, but it's not. I try to stay away from the I don't know what you call it, esoteric. Look that word up.
I have before.
The little known things about this, I try to stay away from certain specifics for the simple fact people don't care about that. They just want to know, well, do the bad guys go? Yeah, then go. Got an answer? You got something you can deal with. There it is. That's the way I try to teach these things so that everybody gets it.
Okay. So basically, we'll have training. You've already said this before. There'll be training in 4D in order to get to 5D.
There's going to be a combination of classes, and I don't know if anybody's ever had a real class, but you go to school, you go in for about 4 hours, say 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever it is. You come out of there, eat lunch, and you go back to the class, and everybody gets on the bus and they go out in the woods and practice what they preach. Okay, zap that thing over there, or make those birds come over here and assist. Whatever it may be, and you don't know until you get there.
Okay. Another question on, will January 20th give the U.S. military the legal right to carry out arrests? I think they've had that right a long time ago.
I've got that. I've got the forms for that in my desk. That was given out about 5, 6 years ago, to my knowledge. It first was introduced to the military about 10, 15 years ago. It's a special constitutional parameter where they can arrest a civilian, they can act like a police force and all kinds of things. What they'll do is only act what they need to act in terms of getting the job done.
Okay.
No,
we don't have any rogue generals or colonels or whatever rank they are.
Those guys all get arrested. Those guys all go to the nuthatch and have their brains examined by ET.
Okay, somebody wants to have fish bait.
Yeah, exactly.
A guy named Fishbait says, will we be fishing in 4D?
Yes. The thing is, you're not going to lose fish. You're not going to lose critters that walk around on the ground. That just ain't going to happen. They're going to be in a position of helping us figure out how to coexist with wildlife and the woods and whatnot. And I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
There was more to that question about will we have a feeling for them and not want to hurt them? Well, that probably is.
Wait a minute. Probably you'll not want to hurt them. Now, you get one fish, and you program that fish, what that fish is, You can make the dinner, go ahead and make the fish dinner or whatever you want to do, but you can program that fish into the replicators, and the replicator will do with it what you tell the replicator to do.
Then you never have to hurt a fish again.
That's right. You can let them all swim around and eat bugs or whatever they do.
Yeah. And besides that, what if they wanted to talk to you? Wouldn't that blow you away?
Well, the first fish after the transition, the first fish might object vehemently. Yeah, man, don't be doing that to me. No, no, or whatever. Now, there's a lot of fishermen that have been through a lot. There's fish stories that he had too much hooch. That's why he said the fish talked to him like that. Well, guess what? This is going to be real, and the fish can object if he wishes. You might think about it. Oh man, put me back in the water. Well, I just reeled you in. Well, reel me back out. I can't breathe. You tell me. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how everything's going to act, but
I think it'd be really cool if the animals can talk to us. Though I would love it. I would really like that.
This is going to be a fun time. I'm telling you. You're going to learn things about a whole bunch of things about,
We're going to have fun like we never had before. Okay, let's see. Thomas says, thinking may not be as vicious as actions in 4D, but thoughts are still there toward butt heads at times. Okay, let's see. I love fishing too, but feel bad even catch and release. Yeah, because that hook in the mouth can't feel that good.
No.
I don't know what happened to my lighting over
you
here.
Can't go up or down in space. Is there anywhere?
What's that? If you can't go up or down in space, is that why there are no real photos of the Earth? I've heard they are all photoshopped composites.
No, the photos of the nice big blue marble are real. Sorry, I blew all your stuff away, but that's how it is. However, as an entity, you be floating around, you can't tell up, down, sideways if you're weightless in a weightless environment. There isn't any up or down. It's just there, and there you is.
Okay, here's another question. Dawn is asking, Drake, have you been to the tapestry room? It's a type of Akashic record place.
Yeah, I've been there. That's where you go to read. How do I express this? The Bible has testimonies about it and about the people in it and that sort of thing. This is what the tablet is in respect to us. If we go there and read it, or go there with the purpose to read, information will be displayed, and you can only get that through the tapestry room. Unless you are in your higher component self, you can't get into the tapestry room or know about the jade tablets and all that.
Oh, okay. The evil ones need to go before anything can be released to the people. I think that.
No, it's going to be a simultaneous kind of thing. All the good people are going to just have normal days, and the bad people are going to have a bad day.
Overall bad day.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Every horse hockey illegal action like taxes shall vanish. Yes, that'll be good. Money is obsolete with replicator technology.
No.
Not totally obsolete, but
money is obsolete with replicator technology is wrong. Money is obsolete with the quantum banking system, along with all of
that makes more sense. Yeah.
Along with all of the valuations that we've arbitrarily placed on things.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Rumble. Patriot Street Fighter Scott McKay and Sheila Holm. Don't freak. Trust the plan. This video today between a few people explains so much about our republic and what's going on, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just a comment. I thought there was a question there, but I guess not.
Well, there is. The plan is just as real as anything else. When I found out about it, I went and got a couple of pages and gave them to certain people, and they just about freaked out. There's not supposed to be anything like this. That wasn't supposed to exist. You know, where is it? Uh, I don't know. You know. Anyway,
Hmm.
we're having a lot of fun with this when we get to the
Okay.
point where you know can plug somebody's goodies into a wall socket and say, "How's that feel, bad guy?"
Yeah, how do you think that little kid felt? Yeah. How much
Mm,
do you believe your DNA soul consciousness vortex torsion field is worth?
there's no value you can place on human life. I can tell you that ET
Or your
was
spirit?
busy at Nagasaki and Hiroshima collecting as many soul patterns to initiate people as were possible. There are a great many people that came back to into existence on that basis. Bear that. That's one reason why nuclear weapons are a no-no. They destroy if you're close enough to the actual blast, it destroys your soul pattern. And once it's destroyed, you ain't coming back. Okay?
Wow. Okay. Okay. Here's an interesting one. This was quite the experience, I'm sure. I stuck a key into a wall socket, not a good idea, and was blown back into a wall. My fingers were burnt, the wall was burned, and I didn't recognize or remember anyone in my family. Was I switched out?
Basically. Now you're silly enough to stick your goodies in a wall socket. You expect some pretty gnarly results. What you got in a wall socket is 15 amperes. Okay, 110 volts, 15 amperes. You figure it out. Uh, you don't get you don't get annihilated necessarily, but it can screw you up. It's like getting struck by lightning. It's in a similar way. Um, and go from there. Don't do it again.
We're electrical, but we're not electrical.
Yeah. Oh, I do have a question for that person if they can put it in the chat for me. Did anything light up? I can't see
Okay.
myself sometimes.
What was that? Will watches still have any value after the transition?
Watches and clocks valuable present
Yeah.
and function. Now, was that the one you hit on?
Yeah. Will watches and clocks still be valuable in their present function after the transition?
Yes. There's a way to reset them. I don't know that right off the top as to how exactly, but yes, and they can be reset. Now, your day and your hours and all that will remain accurate as long as you're here. Once you go from planet Earth up there, it changes. And the best thing to do would be to leave your watch here. Okay. They'll give you one if you really need it. And it's a special kind of, it's a 3D, and you won't believe it. You might spend only 2 hours upstairs, and uh, when you come back, ET will take you to a special room and have the time compressed. What are you going to do that for? Well, because our time is, you know, considerably different than yours. It's like this. You catch a fish that's 20 feet long instead of one that's 3 inches, and you
Sounds
got
like
the
a fish
3 inch.
story to me.
Yeah, we don't want to confuse you any more than that. So just go through the end of the room. They'll turn the thing on. You'll have some flashes of light. You feel a little funny here and there, and then they'll have you come out and everything, and you're back to where you started from, just about. If they put you in the biosphere, I'll give you an example, and I was told this by an ET physician now. if you're put in a biosphere and you spend 6 to 8 weeks getting healed, getting fixed up, getting your goodies back to functionality, when you come back down, it's really odd that you've only been away about 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. Think about it. In some cases, a day for 6, 8 weeks of time. Interesting. I didn't know that you could expand and compress time that way, but apparently you can.
Wow.
Mm.
Sue says hi from Queensland, Australia. How are things in Australia these days? Getting any better or only getting worse? I don't know. I feel sorry.
I heard that things was changing in Australia.
They're gonna change, from what I've been told, drastically. Just like everybody else, they're playing out this scenario as long and as tough and as nasty as they can, but it's a losing battle. It's a losing battle. We already won anyway, but we're gonna put up with all this. So, what do you?
Go ahead.
Oh, what do you think these white flashes spotted coming from the White House are? You know
Is it still flashing, or is that just a one-time thing?
No, there was like flashes and different.
And they go on regularly, is what I'm saying.
I don't know if it's still going on, but it was.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think it was
the flashes, depending on the intensity, can mean a lot of different things. I will suggest that there's a portal being opened and closed. I'm not going to say any more than that, but I'll give you an idea.
Wow.
What you have to realize, and everybody needs to look at this, and I need to say this. Most people don't realize how serious situations are. Okay, most people have trouble expressing it. A lot of the anxiety, paranoia, whatever you want to call it, has gotten put out through, and I mean through, the whole of the population of the planet. We have a lot of protests going on all over, all kind of countries, every place. And I'm talking about Russia and China included. The people, think about this, have learned a little something about freedom, and they don't want the BS to go on that they've been putting up with any further. And it doesn't matter whether the officials excuse us with, the facts, the thing's going to eat you. People are tired of that. It's horse hockey. Most people know it. So, unless they want to try to deal with most of the people on the planet in an adverse way, quit. There we go.
Okay. What was that question here? Daily transmissions from interstellar relatives. Okay. I don't know what Dawn is saying that. I guess I asked an unimportant question. There are no unimportant questions, and nobody is intentionally missed. But if we missed your question, I'm not sure what, people take things personally when they shouldn't. I'm not sure what question we missed, but Dawn says she asked some question 3 times, and I don't even know what it is. So I guess I didn't see it 3 times. But you have to understand this. We have a scrolling questions, right? And they go fast, and we only can see so many of them. And so it's easy for them to bypass you before you've seen them all. So.
Oh, that's Dawn Williams, isn't it?
Yeah.
What'd you ask?
Yeah, well, she needs to ask it again because I don't know. I can't scroll all the way back through all this.
No clue.
Pardon?
Well, I don't have a clue.
I don't have a clue either. So, Will we see dragons and unicorns? I hope so.
You might. There might be some surprises in all of it.
Oh, Baja girl, I understand exactly how you feel because I get that feeling a lot too.
A lot of
You feel
energy
tired
coming
every day and but yet can't sleep at night. It's crazy.
in. Well, the energy, you eventually will be able to tap into a lot of the energy, and that'll alleviate that problem. I have that problem a lot because I got a bunch of entities that don't think I should be using up their oxygen, so they would try to cause me to just kind of fade away. But I intend to burn out instead of fade away. Uh,
Okay, let's see what else we got going here.
you and the Arcturians are hilarious.
I got some background in that area too. At least I've been there anyway. So I've been told. Here's a question.
What?
Oh, Dawn is leaving. I guess she's mad because we didn't answer her question, but if she would ask it again, we could probably answer it, but I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah.
question she's. But anyway, do people who have not had the frequency for 4D still transition, or do they go to another place?
No, no. I want to make this clear so that people don't miss it. Everybody and everything transitions. Period. Okay. You may not think you have because you haven't developed any kind of skills in terms of the mental and psychic sciences. And therefore, you would consider yourself, I'm left behind. Yeah. Well, guess what? You're liable to get the mothership transport, and you get on that thing and fly around a little while and come back, and you might be a totally different person than what you was when you got on there. And I'll just leave it at that. The nuthatch. What's this?
Okay, here's one though. Robert Owen is saying Lion's Gate is open and we are clearing their dark tunnel networks of access from lower density dimensional consciousness. Do you know anything about that, Drake?
Yeah, I don't know about the Lions Gate. Where are you at? You must be up near the top.
I don't know where I'm at. I've just been scrolling along.
Animals healed the
These
transition
people, they are a family
for
member and not an accessory. California.
Tobacco, Tim G. Explain transition. Well, marriage. Marriage still exists, yes. What's up with that cough? I smoke too much. That's what, Diamond. I'll have that too.
Go have another cigarette. Yeah.
Okay, well, now, Christina Whistler hit on something here. She says, I can hear and feel Mother Earth vibrate and hum. That is the music of the spheres, the mathematical relationship between the planets, the sun, and all that. That's what that is. Now, when you get to a point where you can develop it a little further, you'll find out you'll be able to hear it. Left, Dawn has left, but you answered her cue about the tapestry room. Oh, okay. Aha. That's at 1809.
No, let me see if I can scroll this down. Are we weeks or days away from the transition? Weeks.
It happens 1st of February. Okay.
You just said February, right? You're not saying the 1st of February, right? Or are you saying
No,
the first?
no. 1st of February. First day of February. That let's see, that'll be on a Tuesday, according to my calendar. And that is going to be an awesome day. So this year, 20 is Lion Gate's portal. Yeah, well, the Lion Gate portal operates independently of this stuff.
Oh, Dawn's question about Dawn's the one that asked about the tapestry room,
Yeah,
and you did answer that.
So I don't,
So
if she listens to the video, she'll. I know I am transitioning.
Will animals be healed during the transition?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, here's a good one. She
What's
wants you
that?
to be specific. Okay, Anna Cooper, can you explain the transition means? Will it be a wave of energy that comes and hits our bodies, or how are we gonna?
Um, it'll be like a wave, but
Well, what's a
it'll,
wave?
oh, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. It'll seem more like a flash bulb. Instead of the slow rise of the sun and everything gets bright and you can see it, it'll go poof. And that's basically what you'll note as the transition itself takes place.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
I mean, when you're in 5 or 6D or higher, you can see these transitions take place as a wave if you wish to slow time down. Bear that in mind. I mean, there's there's so much that goes into all this. You just be amazed at it.
So Robert says measuring the gain and loss of living light in the torsion field is soul consciousness. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah,
That's, that's
kind of, sort of.
okay. So nothing had how to acquire vortex torsion field peace, love, harmony, and balance in the eye of. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Um,
Oh boy, Robert's asking a funky question. Yeah, you get to meet my wife one day.
a lot of people don't bring their family into these kinds of things for um, privacy and otherwise reason, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's not safe.
yeah.
But
Well, I taught my wife how to shoot. She's got her own gun, so yeah. Would be nice.
good for
I,
you.
yeah, I tell everybody be nice.
She knows how to shoot.
Yeah, you come into my house, you just have to know a couple of rules. You keep yourself covered up, whatever that entails, and if you feel you gotta smoke, you better go outside. As I said, my wife is armed. I taught her how to shoot, and she probably would delight in shooting somebody smoking in her house. So,
Okay. Okay. Someone say conspiratory. Eldora and Simon said this year only February 22nd is Lions Gate portal, very special for the Lyrons to help.
uh,
I have ties to the Lyrons too.
you're gonna have. There are approximately Mulane. No, I take Mulane, Liddy. Um,
Is that how you say that? Is that how the correct pronunciation?
Mulane. Yeah,
Mullane? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's a
I always called it mullion.
well. I don't know. I
I mean,
didn't
I don't
talk.
know either. I'm not saying I said it right or
I
anything. I don't
didn't
know how you pronounce it. I'm just guessing.
I didn't talk to the Greek that wrote it. So I have no clue. Mulane.
Hey,
Anyway,
I got one
anyway,
for you.
I
What
take just about what I take about all of the supplements you can imagine.
I take a lot of supplements too, but we're not giving health advice because we can get in trouble for that. So
Yeah,
bear that in mind. Okay, what do
yeah.
you make of the Queen
In
Romana
Canada,
in
well,
Canada?
they're visiting. Probably taking a few days off from all the fun and games where they're from. You have to ask the Queen.
Well, she's kind of seems to be in power and or is the commander in chief instead of Trudeau.
I'm not. I don't want to get into world leadership, but I'll tell you right now that there's going to be a whole load of changes that
All
people
around
won't.
the world, huh?
They're not going to expect about half of what goes on. How to acquire vortex torsion, field peace, live harmony, and balance in the eye of galactic hurricane spin cycles. Ooh.
What's this one here saying? Wait a minute here.
Robert Owens. He's supposedly a contactee. I think he's more like a scientist.
He's Arcturian background, so
Go ahead.
maybe.
Well, that's the all right. I'll tell you what. You want to have fun, Robert? Let's answer this one. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Ask me another funny scientific question. I'll give you something that'll spin your brain around in your head.
What's that supposed to mean? Okay.
Quite literally, I know some formulations that if you do them according to the way I would put them out, your brain will go bzzz, round and round inside your skull. What? Be careful, Robert.
Whoa. It says, Drake, do you know there are not that many real humans? So are we?
Yeah, there's enough of them now. We got enough to keep things running and whatnot. The wave
Okay.
came going black, and the wave disintegrated into my body. Disintegrated my body into light. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, somebody's saying we need Anna von Reitz for president of North America. Absolute non-biased representation to all people. I don't know. I'm just. And then somebody further down says that I heard Anna is deep state. So. I mean, you don't know what to believe nowadays because you hear both sides on everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And pretty soon you'll be hearing nasty things about me or nasty things about you, and just that was really something about Kirsten W. being taken out too. So
we get something here now. They're asking about my Saturday show.
Well, you're every Saturday at what time?
10G.
Okay. Are the galactic spraying us with Porlana C? What the heck is that? I don't even know what that is.
Wait a minute. You're in a different place than I am.
Well, I'm just kind of skipping all over the place. Some people just make comments. Some people just make comments and they don't really ask questions. So then I kind of scroll through faster. Do you know what that Porlana C is? Whoever asked that, who put that? Be in joy and oneness. Do you know what is Porlana C? I don't even know what that is. Where'd you get that from?
Let me see. I don't know where the egg came first. How did the egg get there, Susan, without a chicken?
Oh, Candid says it's Mull N. That's how you say that. So she's got it. That's how the correct way to say it. Thank you.
Now?
Thank you for that. I'm just kind of scrolling on down. Here's a question for you. Do clones have belly buttons?
Some of them. Some do, some don't. You know, there's not that.
Why would they have a belly button? That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway,
we have a belly button because of natural birth.
Because what?
Because of natural birth. The umbilical cord is connected to the baby through your belly button.
I know that, Drake. But what I'm wondering is, if it's a clone, it's not being birthed in the same manner that it.
And I'll say it again. Some do have belly buttons and some don't. It varies. And nobody. Here's what's funny. You want to really screw your mind up. Find somebody that works in that field. Ask them why. Oh man. Talk about spastic reactions. Wait for a world where we can spread health information without getting banned. Yep.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? Yeah.
No.
I've heard mixed reviews on Ashiana's work, But
Well, there's some they said up here.
there's mixed reviews on everybody's work, so I guess that doesn't matter.
Well, Shaky Hands Dave says tobacco is there a healthier version available after the transit that does not cause health problems? The answer is no. And the day of the transition, I quit. So we'll see how that all goes.
Well, all addictions would be taken away. I mean, let's face it, nicotine is an
Well,
addictive substance, very
yeah.
addictive. And there are cigarettes that come pre-made for you already and all that. They have chemicals like it's going out of style on them. Probably, this was years ago because they probably have more chemicals now. But there was over like 2,600 chemicals on the cigarette and the paper to make it burn and so on and so forth. So that's a problem right there. When do we get access to tech? Nothing else matters since that means we are truly free.
I'm writing something down. You'll have to wait a second. Okay. All right, I got it. I made my notes now. You want to hit me with that question again?
I don't know. I forgot it already. Which question?
The one you just asked me, Turkey.
I've been reading a bunch of other questions, so
Oh,
I'll have to come back to it.
We missed one then, huh?
I guess so.
Action and work philosophy. Okay.
Talk about distracting with the way these things scroll through. I can't keep track. Let me put it that way. Let's see. What about changing the date of the transition again?
Yeah,
First, the date was 2/20/22.
I didn't change anything.
And now it's 2/1/2022. You didn't give a specific date.
I'm going to explain this to everybody if they'll listen. We're in the year 2022. The second month is a 2. If you look at dates, you'll find that the month, then month, day, year. Okay. If you don't have a day, you're going to have a 2/2/0/2/2. That's what I was talking about before, not change of date. And there's always a whole bunch of things that go on in the month of February.
Okay.
I mean, a bunch.
So you haven't given a specific date in February.
It's not. It is specific only to the month. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I asked this question. This is one of the questions I asked. When do we get access to the tech? Nothing else matters since that means we truly.
That'll happen after the transition and disclosure. Now you're going to have disclosure sites, and they're big ones. When I say big, I mean and make a mainframe look small. And it depends. It depends on the individual asking as to what information you're looking for. You get real specific, and it breaks it down to a certain point. If you want to know whether the nose hairs grew that day, you can find it out. It will tell you how long your thumbnail or your toenails got during the period that you. It is fully detailed, and this is something that a lot of people go, come on now, they can't do it. Yeah, they can. They've been around a lot longer than our history has. Okay, so what you got to do is you have to decide how far you want to get into it, what you want to know. When you start asking or going to these sites, and there will be a listing of them, then you're in a position to find out what you want to know to whatever extent of detail you wish to know it. Okay?
All right. Someone's asking, do you know about the 5 special genes and energy absorption that's good for your soul. I think
Yes.
that's something from Kent Dunn has talked about that before.
Yeah. You
What are the 5 special genes?
you have a maintenance system that basically will take care of the things you need in order for your soul pattern to maintain itself. Just that simple. That's nothing that is uh, too far out for anybody to grab. The special genes, there's more than 5 of them. This one is just these are just the soul, uh, the ones that deal with energy directly to the soul pattern, and the soul pattern is maintained through these 5. Okay, then you have others, and the numbers vary according to what you need, where you need it, and what kind of energy. Okay.
Okay. Somebody, Robert's asking who are you a healer in the healing community of those who suffered enormous abuse? I'm not sure who that question is for. So some ETs are hatched by an egg.
Did I do what?
It says, so some ETs are hatched, like by an
Yes.
egg. Yeah.
Yes. Some are birthed live by either one of the, and I use this loosely, sexes or genders or however you want to look at it. Some are willed into being by several of them get together, a little council. We want a kid, okay, poof, and there it is. It varies considerably.
Is there a race that's going to be the first to make first contact? Like.
Yeah, it's called a human race.
There you go. Good answer. Good answer.
Yes.
Okay.
IRS don't like me answering that way, but not my problem.
The Tigentans, I can't say that. Tigentans say the egg came first. Okay. And your Blog Talk radio's at 3:00 on Saturday.
Nah.
Okay.
Go to Blog Talk, put my name in and see what you get.
How long will 4D last?
So what?
How long will 4D last?
Until all of us have taken the classes necessary to advance into 5D.
So if some people are lagging behind, that's going to keep everybody behind?
Yep. You're going to go as a group. But the thing is, the lag isn't, you won't notice it. Put it that way. It's, so close together. And remember, they can expand or compress time. So now this has got somebody that is playing a game here.
Okay. Can Drake comment on the east and west gates and who goes through which?
I'm a guardian of a gate, and east and west gates both lead to the same vortex. There's not much difference. You got somebody here. Send this to John. Before that question you just asked, the cosmic egg came first. The cosmic matter egg came first. Just so you'll know, and yes, I do have a drawing of it.
Okay, let me see. Will childbirth be any easier?
What's this now?
Carmine asks, will childbirth be any easier? Like a little less painful, maybe?
It's going to be about the same as a guy pooping out a watermelon.
I don't think, I don't know about that,
Hey,
but
I'm
okay,
just
whatever.
going to not be as
That's
more descriptive than I have
not
to
the
be.
best one you could come up with. Okay.
Yeah, you know, comment on these in which case and who goes through which.
What's your
Saturday,
bloodline?
you're the
Whose
brother.
bloodline?
Dynamo me? Dynamo Bailey, huh? Okay.
Okay, Gracie Kitty says, what was the reptilian mind gas? Dr. Muggsy talked of phosgene gas being dropped right now, and what does it for? What is it for? What does it do? I've never heard of it.
If
That's
you
news to me.
saw, geez, there was a movie about reptilians landing here and wanting to take over. Uh, I forget who all was in it. Jacqueline Phoenix and somebody else, some other people. Anyway, the mind gas basically puts you in a semi cosmotic state if you get enough of it. Now, if the problem is that if you get used to it, you build a tolerance. It won't have any effect. It just goes only to a certain point, and then humans are immune. So the fun and game, the fuzzing gas being dropped right now. Is it for reptilian mind gas? Phosgene gas. Now the problem with phosgene gas is that you want to eliminate it. I got the answer right in my hand, right here in my hand. Believe it or not, look at this. Isn't it neat? Light a flame in that phosgene gas. It'll make a blue fire, sudden, and it's gone. It doesn't set anything on fire, and it won't burn you. So,
Anna Cooper, if you have a problem with the show, you don't have to be here. You don't have to watch.
who's this? Where's that?
First of all, she says this is not a great format to get Drake to talk, and then she says you keep talking over him, and I'm just I don't want to put up with people like that. You can just leave, if you don't like it.
Hey, look, here's how it is, Ann. Uh, First of all, Gail and I are friends. Secondly, we talk over each other. It's sort of a habit when friends are together talking to people. Number two, we present information as much as possible without causing too much stress for anybody. Um, I have had dealings with um, people who have attacked Gail, and quite honestly, they didn't like the results. I don't and won't attack somebody unless they attack me or my friends or my significant others or my kids. And that's where I look at. Now, I've had this complaint, just similar to what you're just talking about there. Nobody wants to hear you. I want to hear Drake. Well, whoopee. Gail is the host of the show. Get over yourself. You ain't the host of the show.
Thank you, Drake. I do the best I can. I don't know why people have to.
Well, I thought I was being pretty nice, really.
Yeah, you were.
I mean, you guys can all, act like fascists and whatnot and play the game somewhere else.
Oh, here it is. She told Be in Joy Oneness. Gail, Porlana C, which I've never heard of before, is a life force energy that's vibratory to match your star family energy. Oh, that's fascinating. Oh, cool. Thank you for
Where
that
did they get
information.
that?
Thank you for that.
Where
never
did you
heard that
get
before.
that?
It's Be in Joy Oneness said it. It's right just
What?
above one by Thomas Lynch.
Well, give me a timestamp.
Oh, 16/27/58.
16.
Yeah.
We're into 18. Jeez, I gotta
Oh,
go up.
you're way ahead of me.
Well, all I can do is go back to 17. Oh well.
As far as somebody's asking me what I heard about Ashiana, I've heard different things. I know that Carrie Cassidy likes her a great deal. I know
Uh-huh.
that um, Patty probably doesn't care about her that much because she doesn't share her work openly. Um, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. If she's got, I haven't read her information, so I don't know, so I can't really comment.
Uh-huh.
But I'll look at it at some point. I'm sure you know her, Drake,
I probably
Ashiana
do.
Dean.
I know thousands of people. It's just unbelievable. Talking to us, Drake, are you sure this transition is not just ET's? We're spraying this with DMT. Oh, Lord.
Well, I
Mark.
as far somebody's here is asking where's Patty at. I have Patty has an open invitation, so she's been going through a lot though lately, and so when she's ready, she'll let me know, and we'll do another show.
Hey, I got a good one here. Trips to travel. 1758. Will we coexist with some ETs and people from Telos sometime in the future? Oh boy. This comes up to how many races are in evidence? 2.5 million at any given time, and they rotate and they change out. Now think about it: 2.5 million different races. How many subsets are in each one of those? Oh boy. Hmm.
Oh, somebody asked me to ask a question again. I don't remember what question it was. I see so many different things here. We're scrolling through. It's hard to keep track of it all. Oh my goodness. It's very difficult to get her books. They're $400 a piece. Well, yeah, okay. Somebody that is charging that much for information and
They're,
information.
they're full of it.
Yeah. And they're full of themselves.
Polana Sea, okay, the galactic spring is a Polana Sea. No, they're diffusing energies that'll appear like in a gaseous, look like a gaseous form. Oh boy.
Well, I'd love to have a copy off of that book, but I could never afford it. That's for sure. I
$400.
hate I hate it when stuff costs that much. It's just ridiculous. And then I don't know. Especially at this time, at this stage of the game where things
Uh-huh.
are at. I'm yeah, a lot of people that have shows are charging for everything, and it gets to a point where you can't afford
Yeah.
to pay everybody. And that's
I
why
can
I leave it
I
at
can afford
asking
I
for
can afford
donations
my
and
show.
yeah,
That's all I do.
yeah.
You are in a position where you almost can afford to live.
Almost, yeah. And then I have to pay for all the extra show stuff here. But anyway, I do have some very loyal followers, and I really appreciate them very much because they do help me out, and I appreciate that very much because I'm listener supported, or I couldn't make it. I have to sell products, and I have to get some donations in order to get by
Yeah.
every month. And the universe has been taking care of me. It really has. I've been amazed myself. So,
ET
it's so
takes
good.
Archie's to the home planet.
Mm.
Everybody will get a chance to go to their home planet, but is the rapture? It's not rapture. It's transition, separating all to the two 3D worlds or two high 4 5D worlds. Yeah, I love it. Somebody can't count their fingers in the proper order. Well, it's real simple. 1, 2, 3. That's where we're at now. And then you got 4 and 5, and it's based on a six finger deal. So you got one more. You got to go to 6. Everything happens in threes. Remember that rule?
Yep, yep,
Well,
yep.
1, 2, 3. Now we're in 3, and we're done with this stuff. I'm a bit trying, boy. I got to remember to be nice. I could say some nasty things about it. Anyway, we're fixing to go to 4D, and we're going to go into the higher realms of 4D, simply to keep everybody safe from the pirates. Okay. Now, once we get done with 4D, and that's the schooling. That's one of them, get to do your multiplication tables 4 million times. It's one of those deals. But each subject is one of the parameters of what you're able to do. Remember that. And once you learn the stuff, any kind of decently at all, we all go to 5D. And that's totally different from 4D. Just like 4 is totally different than 3 and all that good stuff.
Okay. Geez, Drake,
Yeah.
what can you share about the Category 9 planet of Gaia Uba? I never heard of that. Is there such a planet? I never heard of that.
Who is it that's asking this?
Send this to John. That's who's asking. Okay. Well, okay, let's go on. If you don't want to answer that one, let's go on. Will global EBS be used and will the internet and phones go down? I keep saying that,
No.
but it's not happening.
We're going to be transitioned into a quantum system.
So, well, wait a minute. What the EBS and the internet? Okay, when they have the EBS, emergency broadcast system, then will the internet? Is the internet going to be switched over to the Starlink and the phones? Because somebody said something about getting Pew phones.
Hold on a minute. There's a translator that translates this stuff into the digital that we use and is commonly used on all the platforms. Okay, that's first. Number two, there are some people with quantum computers that can receive directly from ET everything that's going on. You got those. Number four, this is the funky one. 3, we will accumulate materials. Number 4, we're going to build a whole new world of computation. You're going to have a new computer.
New computer? We're going to get a new computer?
Oh, well, yeah.
With holographic and all that kind of good stuff like they used to have on Star Trek?
This thing is neat. It can put graphics on a screen like we're doing here.
And we can touch it.
If you want to, that's neat. You can put your ear up against the side of the cabinet and listen to the computer in video. Ooh! Ain't that cool? Think about, can you listen for a light? Think about it. But, yeah. You want to play games with physics? Stick your nose in that one and swirl it all around. You listen for the light, and the light enters your brain, and you just go, fresh air.
Okay. Someone asked here, are angels real? And
yes.
Will real humans get help in a timely manner soon?
Angels are ETs in a light being form from extremely high densities. That's all I'm going to say on that. The people that need help get the help almost immediately. Yeah. It doesn't matter what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the person that told me said I was a warrior angel, so that was kind of cool. Seraphim? I don't know. I was going to look it up. I haven't done it, though. Let's see. What happens to cryptocurrency? Bingo, bango, Congo.
Yeah. Bye. Gail.
Yes, indeed. You're absolutely right. Thank you for the heads up there. And we are coming up on 2 hours, and we're going to have to call it a night. Because if we get over that, it gets way too up. So anyway, we're going to have to call it a night. Thank you, everyone, for participating. We're cutting it off. And thank you.
I want to interrupt. Okay, everybody do us a favor and keep your questions in your head, on your computer, or however it is you're contacting us. and save them for the next one. We can blast off with a whole load of questions. Okay?
Exactly. And thank you everyone for participating. It's great fun. I like interacting with the audience. It's fun. And thank you, Jake.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay.
You know. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye. Let me get my way out of here. Okay. Here we go, people. Boom.
We'll stand. We'll stand. We will stand. Standing tall and standing strong, defiant and looking on. No way down from our past we climb. We'll push on while there's good life. Watch our backs through the night. Don't look down. Yeah, we'll take flight.
Oh, can you still see me?
Free Range with Gail of Gaia is honored to be affiliated with MyNutra, makers of hemp paste. Hemp paste is a whole food product that still contains most, if not all, of the terpenes, phytonutrients, essential elements, and CBDs of the raw hemp plant. CBD oil manufacturing methods strip away living essential elements, leaving only one, a dead CBD oil. CBD oil alone simply cannot support the entourage effect that occurs when hemp pastes essential nutrients go to work to support your optimum health. Almost 200 terpenes and over 500 other phytonutrients work together with a synergistic effect that simply doesn't happen with CBD oil alone. Visit hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com to learn more. And be sure to check out the impressive array of hemp-enriched products while you're there. That website again, hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com.
Hi everyone, and I have to put this up as well because every month I need a little help, and so if you're able to do that, I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for those of you that do. It helps a great deal. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Well, that didn't work right. So bye again.